It's harvest time at DeLoach Vineyards in beautiful Sonoma County, California. Let's join Jean-Charles Boisset and luminary Dan Aykroyd as they discuss how the exciting new Dan Aykroyd Discovery Series Chardonnay and Cabernet Sauvignon came into being.
What made you originally so interested in wine?
We wrote the Blues Brothers movie, got to California, finished in Chicago, got out to California, and Steve Cropper, who was in the band in the movie, Otis Redding's guitar player, you'd say no more than that. He had a house in Mulholland Drive just above Universal, and as we were shooting the movie at Universal, Friday nights he would invite us over for supper. And he had a terrific collection of wine. And he turned me on to the big fat red wines and ruined my taste forever. It was right on to the big bold reds and the nice crispy, yellowy oaky whites. And now here we are in Sonoma, about to embark on this exciting, vibrant project with DeLoach Wines and yourself. I got to ask you how a French winemaker ends up here in Sonoma.
Well, we've made wine in France for generations. California was the obvious evolution for us. When you come here and you feel the temperature, you feel the soil, you feel the energy, and you say, this is where I want to make my next imprint. This is just, we believe, the right terroir.
To those who are watching us now and are just sort of getting into wine culture, although most of the world is familiar with wine culture, there are many people who are just being introduced to the spectacular experience of fine, good quality, reasonably priced table wine with food. What is terroir? It's a French word. What does it mean?
Well, terroir really demonstrates people's passion, first and foremost. Their dedication to the land and their willingness passionately to create an extraordinary wine. It has to encompass the element of the earth, the climate, as well as the plant.
So terroir doesn't just refer to the dirt.
Not only the dirt, it's really all the elements of the environment itself interacting with one another.
I always knew that Napa, produced the King California wines. But in searching for just the right place for the Chardonnay and Cabernet Sauvignon, I was surprised and really pleased at how great these Sonoma wines are. The Sonoma story has really yet to be told. It's almost like the beginning of the story here, and it's a hidden gem, and I'm really, really proud to have my Discovery Series wines come from this area. It feels like I've discovered a whole new Grand Cru wine-growing area right here in California under my own nose, so to speak.
Coming to Sonoma, you will see over the years that more and more people learn about the finesse, the elegance, and the sophistication of those wines. And we are so excited at DeLoach, as well as Boisset as a whole family, to participate to make the Discovery Series an exceptional wine.
This is such a great project. I want to bring to the consumer a big, fat, quality wine experience at a reasonable price. So when people walk into a supermarket and they see the Dan Aykroyd Discovery Series Chardonnay and Cabernet Sauvignon, they can buy with confidence, knowing that for a price point around $20, they are getting a $50 to $60 wine experience. I know you can deliver that for us, and I can't wait to collaborate with you on the actual production.
Later, Dan Aykroyd joined Jean-Charles Boisset to sample the Dan Aykroyd Discovery Series wines.
So how did you build this spectacular Chardonnay for me?
Well, Dan, we'd attempted to combine what we have to work with in Sonoma with a Burgundian influence. We have built in the fermentation process a partially malolactic fermentation, which means that new oak was the major component to give it its toastiness, its roundness, vanilla, etc. And at the same time, we needed to bring a lot of the very refined fruit on the nose, and as well as a mid palate, which would be horizontally attractive. Apple, citrus, minerality, and obviously a certain acidity to the wine. We want this wine to be enjoyed aperitif time, main course, and at the same time, cheese and dessert.
I want to bring to the consumer a table wine that gives the quality of a premium price experience, but for a reasonable price, so that they can go in and they can say, I'm having 10 people over. I got to buy a case of this, but I can't afford 50 or 60 bucks. I can afford 20. This is what I want to bring, is to sit down and have people drink this wine with food. It is a table wine. It is for the table. It is to have with chicken. It is to have with fish. When you get into the wine culture, the wine dominates the meal. You sit down and you say, what food am I going to order to complement the wine? Not what wine am I going to order to complement the food. You're going, I think I'm going to have a little Stilton with this,
That's right.
Congratulations. Great job.
We're very thrilled that you've given all your personality, energy, dynamism to make it happen.
At every stage, Dan and Jean-Charles worked closely together, crafting the Dan Aykroyd Discovery Series wines. Next, we join them as they sample the Cabernet Sauvignon.
We are trying right now the Cabernet that you have crafted for me. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
With a lot of love and pleasure.
Well, thank you.
First of all,
Oh, cheers.
cheers to the Dan Aykroyd selection. Now, what we've done here is we've vinified separately the Cabernet Sauvignon, the Merlot, as well as the Carmenere. Then we blended it to this stage.
And that's all in the barrel now.
It's all in the barrels now. So,
Mostly Cabernet, but then the other two.
yeah, the
temperate,
majority
but-
is a Cabernet.
Yeah.
And then, if you do recall, in our previous tasting, you had us, change a little bit the blend, which
Yeah.
I think you really helped because
Yeah.
we really softened the wine and still kept a lot of meat and bones and really a lot of structure to it.
Yeah.
So that was a very good exercise. We've done it a few times, and now we hope it is to your style and liking.
I think we'll have a winning blend here. Let's see. Yeah, it stays with you. It's nice.
You see, what you did the other day was really to add a little more Merlot, which really softened dramatically the edges and the tannins of the Cabernet. And then we added some spices from the Carmenere. So when we're going to make this one a little more gentle. This is really big and tannin and very masculine at this stage. And as you do a light filtration, we're going to age it a little bit in the bottle, and then it's going to become in its fullness as far as soft, elegant, and very velvety.
So the DeLoach Cabernet that you make doesn't have the Carmenere and doesn't have the Merlot.
Doesn't.
Yeah.
This is why it was
this is
so
a winning
fun.
new patented blend. This is the Aykroyd blend.
Absolutely.
Great.
And will
Great.
remain forever that way.
Excellent. Now, I would like a cheeseburger with this, with pickles and onions, well cooked, with a little blue cheese in the center. How's that sound?
I will go with you.
Okay.
Am I invited?
Cheeseburger.
With a little bit of foie gras on top?
Ah, why not? I mean,
We
look,
may as well. Huh?
just to complement this
I
wine.
think we
the
could
wine
be
will
very
not
happy.
complement the food. The food will complement
And
the superb wine.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you to you.